Do you have anything in the rural areas? We've heard from the Ministry of Agri, we've heard from Ministry of Health, and what they talk about is skills acquisition. Have you got examples from Agri, from Health, and also do you have a referral service? And what is the impact of Edo jobs? Do you issue certificates? Sorry, I can always repeat the questions, but I hope you got.
I think I did actually.
Okay.
Okay, so for us, we work in every local government in Edo, and we work based on a study that we did with DFID that showed that in certain local governments, these are the opportunities that are there. So you don't go investing in something where there's no opportunity for the person to go ahead. I'll give an example. We did an internship and we do a regular internship and apprenticeship programs, because for us, that's a way to kill two birds with one stone. You get a job. I mean, me as an SME, I might not have money to employ more staff, but maybe I have opportunity to grow. So we give you employees, we pay them. It also helps the employee to prove to you their quality, and we have very high retention rates. So we have over 70% of all our interns and apprentices get retained. So you'll find that most of the time in urban areas, we can do internship because we have more companies there to place interns. But in rural areas, you find our apprenticeship numbers are higher, because there we have more people doing trades, doing skilled trades, where the interns can be placed. Then when it comes to skill acquisition, like I don't think I could list all the skill acquisition programs that we do. We do from solar and renewable energy. Those are things we like to do in rural areas because of ability for them to get light. So when we set up solar entrepreneurs, they have boundless amounts of clientele just sitting, waiting for them to to provide services for. So yes, we have we do a lot of work with things like even fish processing and drying for women in riverine areas who would normally, they're already fishing, but then by drying the fish and packaging it nicely, they can now send it even outside their community and have clients. So that's part of why our aggregation program cuts across the state. The team that handles Edo Fact, they're hardly ever in Benin. They're always out on the farms, checking on the farmers. Okay, what do you have available now? Yes, we have a client for this, we have a client for that. And that really keeps us going in the rural areas. We do a lot of ICT programs as well. And we have a partnership with a company called American Towers Company, where we train people. We have centers in rural IT centers. We have 5 of them. And we train people on basic ICT skills. They have access to the internet when they're there. They can apply for jobs when they're there. And then they can also find business opportunities, like helping people to do flyers and logos and all those things. Then let me talk about certificates. For certificates, yes. So we provide certificates depending on the program that you're attending. I mentioned already, like the Amazon Web Services program we're doing with Amazon. So when you do that program, you're going to take the official Amazon Cloud Computing exam and become a cloud computing engineer. That certificate is recognized everywhere around the world. So that certificate will stand the test of time. We have some programs where people will take a NAPTEP certificate, like when we do our leather works, welding and fabrication, those type of things. We will say, okay, you can take a NAPTEP certificate, but it all depends. The truth is, every program is different. Every program is different depending on the location, depending on the needs, what is most important, depending on the resources available at that time, depending on so many things. So there are times when, a certificate is most important. There are times when, let's give transport stipend, let's collect it for them so that they can use to do something useful. There are times when we say, no, we're setting up a factory. Once you have learned all these things, well, we have 2 factories actually. We have our soap factory in Irua. We have 2 leather works factories. So when they learn how to make shoes, belts, all of those things, it's very expensive to say give everybody the equipment. So we put it together in one place as a factory, multiple machines, and then they can come back and use it for free until they can save enough money when they are serving their clients to buy their own and all of those things. But we also have financing and funding programs, loans, grants. So partnership with schools, for example, we partner with schools mainly in the technology aspect, getting young people in schools to know about technology. We currently have one going on now. It's a partnership with Microsoft. It's called Safe Online. So we're teaching teachers, that's like the ICT teachers in schools, to teach the children how to be safe online. We all know about people being hacked, so many mistakes, and young people are getting online one way or the other. So we are working with their teachers, and so that the teachers can then teach the students on an ongoing basis how to be safe online. Then when it comes to skills programs, we just have some certain programs for kids, because we are focused on jobs. We do like 90% with people that are in the age to get a job. But for kids, it's more of sensitization, telling them about skills. And sometimes we do things like kids can code, where we teach them coding and all of those things. So yes, that's what we do with kids. And then for higher institutions, we do much more with higher institutions. So higher institutions, we're talking about things like employability skills. We're talking about our tech programs and all of those other things. Yeah.
All right, thank you. Engineer Akintunde, you have 1 minute, and Ukinebo also has 1 minute to answer you, because we need to give time for architect Frank Ewoma to speak. Engineer Akintunde.
Thank you very much, Professor. This is a very lovely program. I just have one question to ask regarding the end-to-end transition of people who have been trained in the artisan skills to becoming employable. What we've discovered is that when you are equipped with those kind of training, there is the aspect of employability that connects them to be able to understand how organization works, how they can become business people on their own, going through that ladder. What program do you have in place for that conversion, such that employability can be easily connected? There was a time I tried to reach out to Edo Jobs regarding an app that we have that can employ people from your program, put them on that app, and it works like a Uber, where people can connect and call for their services from anywhere within a 20, 30 minutes distance. From carpenters to electricians to plumbers to everything. We're already using it in Lagos, and we are thinking of bringing it to Edo, but we need a platform that can supply us with those artisans that we can load on the system. It will improve maintainability in Edo State, and it will help government to also put these people at job in a more liberalized manner. So how do we connect to that service and be able to work together? Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so I just, when you were talking about employability, I quickly put up the employability skills program. So I didn't get into so much detail about our job matching. Our job matching, that's what that team does. It's about going out there, seeking for job opportunities for the people we have trained at whatever level. I know that right now the vacancies we have available go all the way from driver to senior pharmacists and doctors and all of those things. So we do a lot of push and a lot of work to connect the people we have trained to jobs. Of course, sometimes there are so many people that we have trained that it's an ongoing thing, it's a forever thing. Then yes, I like the idea you mentioned about that platform, a platform where we can put people together and people can find them, just like an Uber for artisans. It's something that we have done a couple of partnerships with. We haven't yet, what we find is that sometimes when you already put the artisans, things like that are demand driven. You need a platform that people are already going on to. People are already using the platform. Otherwise, you have this large number of people registered, and then it's one or two people calling for them at a time. So I'm sure there's a way we can work together to figure out how we can get a platform that's popular, that people are already using. And then once you put these artisans on there, it's much easier for them to get jobs. It's a new environment for them. So if they don't get any job in the first 1-2 days, they'll stop using it. And that's what we've seen. I mean, we've tried this a couple of times. So we'd just like to try it in a very different way. Thank you.